Oh, where's Rainer? Rainer, Liebenberg, the back is Kim-Man. Got robbed in Germany with all sorts of fighting. Jeez, can these Germans rob our poor fighters? But we know Rainer Liebenberg's still a champion. We're not going to talk about Rainer Liebenberg today, Colin Nathan. We're going to talk about DJ Kriel. Tell us about this upcoming fight. DJ's fighting a guy that he's beaten before, but it was humdinger of 8 rounds in 2017. So Lerena-Kucher, that comes from the Zinguni stable from the Eastern Cape. He's a good fighter, and there's a lot dangling for the winner here. Should the winner, whoever's the winner, could fight Conco. And as Rodney Berman said to me, it might not happen between DJ and Conco because they're stablemates. Should DJ win, he'll fight in a big fight again in June on the next Golden Glove show. And should he lose, should Lerena-Kucher win, well, he's going to fight your Conco then.
Yeah, but
tell
that's
us
not going
about
to happen. So.
Yeah, well, tell us. Let's hear your story.
So firstly, I'd like to thank Golden Gloves, Empress Palace and Supersport for this opportunity for DJ. You know, I was watching the Lerena and Mbenge-Cruz the other night, and Mbenge has improved since his fight with DJ. But having said that, so has DJ. So I think we're in for a terrific technical battle. Mbenge showed me a different side to him when he fought and beat Lerena for the South African Championship. I'm expecting a different type of fight from him in this fight. But whatever he brings, we'll have an answer for, and that answer will lead us to our hands being raised come Saturday night.
Right, let's ask DJ Kriel. DJ, we're going to work our way through that. DJ, how do you feel about your upcoming fight against Mbenge?
What's up, guys? Thank you for coming out today and coming to support us, and hope to see you all at the event on Saturday. Yeah, I'd just like to say I'm here to do my thing and become the best strawweight that there is, and yeah, obviously move up. I just want to be one of the greatest that have been in South Africa that they have been. And yeah, I'm just here to do my thing on Saturday. I will win. I will come out with I will come out victorious, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, DJ Kriel. Let's go back to the middle. Let's talk to our promoter, Rodney Berman. Rod, well, you've had a great relationship with Empress Palace, with Piermont. It just keeps getting better and better. You bring the public and the audience the fights of their lives. Tell us about Saturday's show.
Well, Saturday's show speaks for itself. We have 4 great fights, and I'm going to leave it to all the fighters and the judge. But I just want to mention one thing before we start and putting boxing in perspective. On Saturday night in England, a young fighter, his name escapes me, but he died after a fight on Saturday night in England. He had a 10-round, very hard fight. Westcott, yeah. He had a very hard fight, got out the ring, sat down for interviews, went and died. Now, I'm only mentioning it because I think we must all bear in mind and be aware of the dangers that all fighters face when they are walking into the ring, and the perils which they do face, and just a huge respect to the 8 fighters that are fighting on Saturday night, and of course to all other boxers and all other martial arts fighters. But I strongly believe we should keep it very much in mind, because we sometimes lose sight of it. On a positive note, just to give an indication of the magnitude of this event on Saturday night, and for the fighters that are participating, that they know the audience they're going to be appearing in front of. The tournament goes live to Panama, Macedonia, Germany, Canada, United Kingdom, the sub-Saharan territories of Africa, and it will be shown on a delayed basis in America. So I think it's a feather in the cap for South African boxing, particularly that Empress Palace, all of us concerned, and even for the country. And now you can talk to my compatriots.
Do you see me going into the world rankings lately?
Hello everyone, I'd just like to say to everyone for being here. It's a real honor. Thanks to Golden Gloves, to Emperors again. Without this, you know, we can't raise up the bar in the sport of boxing. So well done to you and your team, Jeff Ellis. Yeah, like you say, like the welterweight division is not an easy division. There's no shortcuts. You know, if you look at ratings, if you look at up to 60th in the world, you know, like the ratings, like the guys, like the names, they are big. So Rodney offers us like the names, and you know, the guys like they come with records like these, but you know, he's got an awesome record. It's not easy, like there's no shortcuts. So we just have to beat whoever they bring. So welcome to Mbenge-Cruz, welcome to South Africa, and you know, this is international sport. The division is alive, it's strong, but we work hard every day, like, you know, like to raise the bar. Every day I work hard like to raise the bar so that Mbenge can shine among the stars in the division.
Thanks, Sean. Okay, let's talk to you before we talk to Mbenge. Zeka Luna, you guys are out here.
You know, great to be back. I've been coming to Africa with Cedric Kushner and a great friend Rodney, and we just had to be here. It's our second home. And you know, my kid, Mbenge-Cruz, on his last fight, he fought for the WBC title, and he won 12 rounds. And he didn't get the decision. It was a draw. He didn't lose. It was a draw. I got to Rodney, and this opportunity came up, and we're doing it again. And hopefully, whoever wins this title, this fight, is going to become a world champion. And I think I got the best man, and I know we've got a tough challenge, but if the best man win, and I think I have a great fighter here. With no phase in a tough fight. Hopefully, it'll go our way.
Does Diego speak English?
No.
Okay, can you ask him, obviously, about the fight? Does he feel he's going to win on points? Does he feel he's going to knock his man out? Does he feel he's going to definitely win this fight against Mbenge?
On that fight, we got a draw, and here we're not supposed to let the decision come up to the judge. We're going for a knockout, and that's what we're inviting all of us.
Thanks, Mbenge. Okay, there you hear the words of war. Yeah? He says he's going to knock you out. You're undefeated, 12-0. What do you think about this fight? Mbenge, 12-0, ladies and gentlemen.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who came out. This is a big show, and we are prepared for this fight. And I would like to thank the sponsors, RTG, World Sports Betting, Mr. Mbenge and GoldenGloves for this opportunity. We've been preparing it for a long time. We started preparing for this fight in December, May and June. So this is a big step up for us, and they've been saying that. They've been saying they're going to knock me out. They've been saying they're going to beat me. You know, I've been there before. You know, and I'm 100% ready. And you must be prepared for war. Boxing, street science 101. You know, so I'm prepared. You know, I'm ready.
Give us a prediction, Tulani. He said he's going to knock you out.
I'm going to say Jefferson Demoli. That means I will destroy him.
Okay, there you hear it. Mbenge versus Lerena-Kucher. Then we go to the big fight tonight for the IBO Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Scheduled for 12 rounds. They got the first name right. Okay, Alex, let me talk to you then. You know, I don't worry about the surname for that. Let's talk about this fight, a big fight. Mbenge-Cruz against Lerena. Kevin Lerena's on form. He's having his first defense of that IBO championship. There's a lot riding on this. Rodney Berger, the promoter, has told me that the winner will fight Roman Golovenko on the 26th of April in Azerbaijan. And so there's a big carrot dangling. Should he win, Mbenge-Cruz, he's already got his first defense lined up. Do you feel he's in a position to win this world title?
Are you asking me? Yeah, I think so. That's why we're here. That's why we came here. If we would think in a different way, we wouldn't come here. So we hope we're going to win, and we're ready to fight.
Can you ask Dimitri? I know he doesn't really speak much English either. You've been here for 3 weeks. You've obviously come well prepared. You're doing it very professionally by being so long in the country and getting acclimatized. Do you feel you got the beating of Kevin Lerena?
Я приехал сюда со своей командой раньше. Хочу поблагодарить Нефта и его семью от своей команды. Благодаря ему мы приехали сюда намного раньше. Нам созданы были все условия для хорошей тренировки, для отдыха. Мы готовы.
Dmitry says that he wants to say thank you to Neft Visser, who made this possible to come earlier, like 4 weeks earlier, for the last stage of the fight, for helping with everything and providing all kind of support. And he thinks that now we're ready for Saturday night.
Does he predict a victory? As I normally ask, points, knockout, what does he feel about the fight?
Like in our culture, we don't like to give any prediction. The best man will win, and good luck to Kevin Lerena. I hope everybody will be safe after the fight.
Thanks, Alex. Thank you, Mbenge-Cruz. Welcome to South Africa. Even with the Muhammad Ali Trophy, there's a possibility should Kevin win, and should Kevin win in Azerbaijan, he could get into the World Super Series. So there's a lot riding on this fight. It's a big fight. Every fight's a big fight. It's his first defense. Talk to us, Peter Smith.
Okay, yeah, Brian, thank you everyone. You know what, welcome Dimitri and his team. You know what, we know it's business as usual. You know, we're back to the big drawing board, Kevin's first defense, as we know. I'm looking forward to this fight. Dimitri, all credit to him. He's a man of a great status in the cruiserweight division. We don't disrespect in any way, especially at being a world champion, you know, a world championship fight. We don't disrespect anyone in this game. You know, we've trained hard, we've prepared very hard. We understand he's a tough opponent. There's no doubt that we've done what we have to do. Our boxes are ticked, and I'm looking forward to this night. And like I say, in all respect, may the best man win. I'm sure they've done all their work. There is no cutting corners for a world title fight. Both men are looking forward to this fight, I'm sure, as there is a great future ahead for both of them. You know what, and all great for South Africa to put the show on, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night.
Thanks, Peter. Well, the man of the moment, Kevin Lerena, is the IBO Cruiserweight Champion of the world. Kevin, let's talk to you. He had a close fight with Junior Makabu, and we all know Junior Makabu in this country is a really good fighter. And he can fight, there's no doubt about it. He's never been knocked out. I'm sure you've watched his videos, I'm sure he's watched yours. Tell us how you feel going into your first defense of that IBO crown.
Firstly, afternoon everybody. Thanks to my promoter Rodney Berman. Thank you for Team Kucher for making the fight happen. This is championship level fighting. My last fight, my vacant belt wasn't against the cherry-picked opponent. Yuri Kalenga was a big name in the division, and Mbenge-Cruz is a big name in the division too. And that's when I rose to the occasion. You know what? I'm ready for whatever they bring. I know Mbenge-Cruz is a tough competitor. He had a great fight with Ilunga Makabu. But I don't believe in YouTube and watching videos, because that doesn't show what's in the ring. You know, you can watch as much as you want, and I can watch Dimitri as much as I want. When we're in that square, it's very different, as you know, Brian. But we've prepared, and I know Mbenge-Cruz is prepared. But I believe that I've put in a lot of hard work over the years, that I've got to this point now, and it's my time to shine, and it's my time to grow. And I'm just very grateful for the opportunity, and I'm ready. I don't talk too much, I'm ready.
Yeah, as you said, Kevin Lerena, the square jungle, it's the toughest place in the world to be. How do you feel the fight's going to go? All your fights go the distance. You haven't knocked out that many fighters at the highest level, but he's a good fighter and he's never been knocked out. Do you feel you can beat him by stoppage, or are you looking at winning on points, sir?
look, nothing is personal. Every fighter wants to win by stoppage, but you got to see what's in front of you. You got to know where you are in the fight. Yuri Kalenga, all the big kind of inverted commas, big names that I fought. What's the guy's name? Mickey Nielsen. You know, you have these guys who shot on the chin and they're rocking, you don't put them away. That's my mistake, you know. I've had every chance to put Kalenga on his ass, to put Mickey Nielsen on his butt. I let them off the hook. But having said that, I've got the victory. I'm a smart fighter. And Mbenge-Cruz is a very tough competitor. He's never been stopped. It's nothing personal. Everybody wants to win by stoppage because it looks good on the record. But I take the W no matter which way it goes. You know, my boxing skills are honed by this man next to me. And I know when I go into that ring, I use my brain. So if my brain says to me, here's the point for a knockout, and you catch him out and he goes, well, that's a bonus. But if I get to the 12th round, I know I've done what it takes to win. Winning by stoppage at the highest level can be hard, but I'm not far off that. I think, you know, it's a bonus at the end of the day.
Thanks, Kevin Lerena. Let's give him a hand. IBO champion, cruiserweight champion of the world. If there's any questions from the media, please feel free to ask now. 93.5, Kevin Lerena, IBO champion of the world. Is within the weight. Well done.
IBO. IBO. 6.5, yeah.
IBO champion. 92.4 kilograms. Dimitri Kucher within the weight. His IBO World Title Challenge. 48.80 is within the weight. Well done, DJ Kriel. Very professional. 4.5 kilograms. He is well within the weight. Well done, Tulani Mbenge. South African champion, undefeated 12-0, Tulani Mbenge.
72.25.
Right, that's fine, 72.45.